bottom lane and fading a little bit, and that can put you in a tricky position when you get late in this race and the runs get bigger.
I want you guys to analyze the choose here, because this is going to be significant. We do the choose with 4 to go. That means we'll take the green flag with 3 to go. You got to have the right partner in the draft. Love goes high. The 2-4 teammates go low.
Yeah, and I asked Jesse in the garage earlier, I'm like, look, you're leading at the end. What lane do you want to be in? And he said it's going to depend on who the pusher is, but I want to be in the outside. And we've seen that be the dominant lane all day long, Parker.
It usually is in the Xfinity car. For whatever reason, you see the groove gravitate up towards the wall. It's just the aero of these cars and the way they handle. But as we get late here, it's really about your pushers, as you said. It's just about who gets the better runs, creates momentum, and stays connected as long as you possibly can, with obviously not locking bumpers.
Right. Kim?
We're talking about Jesse Love at the point, but it's been a lot of hard work. Take a listen to the radio.
When you tell me half to the bottom, 1 to the top, half to the bottom, 3/4 to the top, and let me know where the runs are coming, that is super helpful so I can pick which lane to pick up an air bubble push with. I'm queuing off that great. That's how I know which lane to go pick, you know? Killing it. We'll keep this up.
So that was Jesse giving props to his spotter, Ben Benesh. But what you didn't hear, Brandon Benesh, but what you didn't hear there, he said, that gave me gray hairs. Daytona will give a 20-year-old gray hairs. Danny Stockman, you see on the left there, telling him stay focused, stay on your toes. Quick movements are going to be the key here in the last few laps.
Great information from his spotter, learning, working together. And I know that I told you earlier, take a deep breath. Every one of these races I watch, when it gets down to this point, my heartbeat is higher than Matt DiBenedetto's right now. Very high, excited. I can't wait to see how this is going to play out. And if you're Jesse Love, you're like, have I chose the right line? Is that the right pusher behind me?
Yep.
If you're Sheldon Creed, you're like, I want to be on the front row, because this might go side by side the rest of the race, and it could be just who gets the run off of turn 4.
This is my favorite time in Super Speedway racing. The red zone, as I call it, when you're one of those front 4 cars, it's so intense.
Going to be 3 to go in regulation. Front row, Jesse Love, Sheldon Creed. Creed used to drive that 2 car for RCR. He's now driving a Ford for Haas Factory Team.
It looked like that outside lane, like Connor Zilic, the 3rd car in line on top, was able to get on Taylor Gray.
Oh!
Taylor's now on Jesse Love. You see they go down to the bottom to block. They're going to get checked out a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad for them as they get down to turn 3.
You don't want to be too far, but if they can control that runs from behind them, they'll be fine. Sheldon
Creed's not going to be patient.
He tries to go with Connor. Sam Merritt leaves.
Look at the run.
Bottom lane.
I think Creed wants to be in that position. He has done such a good job as we watch them exit turn 2 of like lagging back just a little bit and then generating the run. He had practice in stage 1 of how to do that.
Well, you want to make sure you're leading when the white flag comes out, because once the white flag comes out, the next flag ends the race. You want to be in control. 2 laps to go.
And this is so typical of Sheldon Creed. He does generate those runs so well, and you saw that earlier. He made that attempt at passing through the middle of the corner, which doesn't always happen, but he does that by pulling that line back and generating that run towards the entry of the corner. We'll see if he's trying to do that up top.
Jesse's doing a tremendous job, though, of manipulating both these lanes. You see the outside line is kind of broken up. The 54 is going to have a run on Jesse Love, getting down into turn 3.
Connor Zilic into the wall. Caution is out. A half a lap from the white flag, and we'll go to overtime.
Eckes is in that.
4 is Parker Retzloff. William Sawalich in the 18. Referenced Eckes. There he is in the 16. 3 rookies receiving big damage. You look at the 88 of Connor Zilic and Ryan Ellis in the 71, looking for that first career top 10.
Yeah, we talked about all these guys. Williams, Wallace, staying clean all day long. Just really quiet day, running well. These tight places, though, it's so easy to get caught up in someone else's wreck. It looked like who was ever behind Connor was just being aggressive at the end of a speedway race.
It's not.
You're not getting mad at this point.
You have to do it.
Yeah, push me because I want to win.
You want to. Yeah. And in the position he was in, 3rd row, that pack, it's just like that's where you're going to generate the momentum. You're going to generate the run. But the risk of that is sort of what happens here. You get turned. But that's just, if you want those big pushes, if you want that big momentum, it's going to take taking those risks.
7 cautions today, but 4 with a crash. And all of these crashes were started by drivers that were running inside the top 7.
Yeah, you see Justin Allgaier's right there behind him. Looks like he squared up on him pretty good. I think that the 88 had to check up. He did for Sheldon Creed in the outside. And again, you don't know that when you're the 7. You're dependent on your spotter to manage all that. But there's words can't come out quick enough to talk about that, you know, the checkup in front of you. And Creed's trying to manage which lane to block right here.
And, you know, one of the things that Connor might have done differently is if he was lined up better with Creed, not so far to the left, you just run in the back of him. But the problem he had is he was lined up to the left so far that if he hits Creed, the speed and momentum he had, he's spinning him out.
Yeah.
So that was him trying to basically check up that line, but the 7 was pushing him so hard, you just can't do that.
Yeah, it's the end of these races, and you don't get mad because you want to get pushed. You know, Sheldon Creed wanted to get shoved back out front, and it's just when you're 2 or 3 back, you come out on the wrong end of it.
35, Greg Van Alst won an ARCA race here a couple of years ago. Incredible the impact.
Yeah, and I think that shows what I said earlier. The inside is typically a safer place. A lot of those guys stuck by right there on the inside. It looked like he started to get slowed down because he saw it, and who was ever behind him didn't. You saw him get hit from behind, and once you get spun around, you're just along for the ride.
I don't know how many times I've heard those noises and also seen them from TV, but they never
still hurt.
Yeah, never makes me not cringe. Every single time, the screeching, the crunching of metal, the slams. I just know what it feels like. I know how helpless you feel at times. You've been spun around. You're just like, don't hit something, don't hit something. Oh, it's such a helpless feeling.
88 car going to the garage. The day is done for Connor Zilisch. Here's some of their radio.
The 00 made a half block. It's always Sheldon Creed and stuff like that. You just can't race around them.
Well,
emotions are high, right? I mean, like you're frustrated. They had a chance to win this race. And yeah, I don't blame them a bit.
I don't care if you're the cleanest driver there is. When you've somewhat been the cause of someone else's wreck, you will be termed the worst driver that's ever been on the racetrack. That's just a normal reaction sometimes. I've said it about others. I've had it said about me. And obviously, you know, they're upset about what happened there. They were in a great position, but I really didn't think Sheldon did anything particularly wrong, especially in this form of racing. And if they were lined up, just like I said, any differently, if Sheldon was a little lower or the 88 was a little higher, they could have just used that momentum to propel the 00 forward.
Free racing from Daytona. We're going to overtime. Can Jesse Love hang on and get his 2nd career victory?
Get in on buy 1 foot-long, get 1 free right now in the Subway app. That's right, buy 1 foot-long sub, get another free. Deals this good usually come with a 2-year contract. Grab the deal online or in-app with code FLBOGO, only for a limited time.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew?
You?
Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track.
You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on.
It doesn't make it cooler?
What's a jack?
Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
What is that? I know that music. Guys, you gotta see this.
One of 5 immersive worlds in Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
Subway's got a new meal of the day with chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more. Big hungry. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
Ready for a big finish at Daytona International Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I got a little trivia for the two of you.
Uh-oh. I love trivia.
How many cars not involved in an accident today? Not involved.
Not involved.
Don't look at the screen.
No, I'm just guessing. I'm guessing.
No, you were looking.
Looking for a lifeline.
8.
I'm going to say 7.
Go 8?
7.
10.
Oh, wow.
Oh! I was right. Price right.
Let's check
Price
back
is
in 5 minutes,
Rules.
okay?
I was closest.
Hey, and we talk about this elite rookie class. 6 of our 8 rookies have been involved in an accident today.
And
quite
doesn't
honestly,
surprise me.
I thought it would have been 8 for 8, and one who is quietly impressed, and that would be the 26 of Dean Thompson, scoring stage points in both stages, and he'll restart just outside the top 10 here, pending the choose.
Adam, I appreciate you having fun, but I'm serious. I want to know about this choose. We're getting ready to win a race.
All right.
Okay?
It's going to be important.
Yeah.
We'll watch the choose as we get a report from Kim.
Yeah, Danny Stockman calls the shots for Jesse Love, who's at the point. Jesse telling you on the radio this was giving him gray hair. She said, breathe. What do you want to see from your driver in this overtime restart?
I'd like to see what he's been doing the last 20 or 30 laps. He's done a great job controlling the race, top to bottom, and the car's obviously got a lot of speed to be able to do that. So it's stressful. It'd sure be nice to leave here with that trophy. It sure makes for a nice summer.
Who's more stressed, you or Jesse at this point?
Probably Jesse. I've been doing this a long time, and I've never won a February Daytona race, so this would be pretty awesome.
Good luck.
Thank you.
If you go back almost 15 years, Danny Stockman was on the pit box with Austin Dillon. He won Rookie of the Year. The next year, he was the Xfinity Series champion.
Yep.
And you look at what Love and Stockman were able to do together last year, and say all signs point toward him really being a player for the title this year. And this is his only career win. Came in the draft at Talladega last spring.
And he won this in a similar fashion. There was a lot of wrecks late, cars, not as many cars on the racetrack as he had at the start of the race, and he just controlled the front of the field and got it done. And it's, the confidence you want in a rookie. He wasn't able to find victory lane again last year, but he was really close, and I just think there's a lot of confidence there. And Danny Stockman, man, I raced against him during that era in the Xfinity Series, and I raced against him last year, and he is just such a great leader, so smart at this game. He builds such fast race cars, and he puts so much empowerment behind Jesse Love to go out there and do what he needs to do.
Sam Mayer, third prior to the choose. What are they thinking in the 41 camp?
I think as a team, that would be the best move, right, to try and win and beat the 2, but it's hard now because the 27 was a good pusher, and he would be behind the 54 if we both stack the top. So I don't think either way is wrong.
Just so many decisions, and Sam's running third. They're talking about Jeb that's in fifth. That's a lot of predicting of what people are going to do. I think that Jesse Love's in a good position, Parker, because Tanner should take the inside to take the front row, and that's going to put Mayer. Oh, he takes the top. That's
I was going to say, I thought he would go.
Wow.
Why not?
I would take the front row.
You got to battle the two.
I would take the front row because once we get to the white, this race is over, and my odds are significantly better.
So here's why I would refute that point. If I'm Taylor Gray, I want to control my destiny. I want to push the 2 car and put myself in position to make the move to be able to get to the front.
Now he's put 2 teammates on the bottom,
which is fine, and right? But I feel like if I'm in his position, I don't want to hope there's a good pusher behind me that ends up on the bottom lane with me. I'm going to be the pusher, and I'm going to push the 2.
Here's the move I love, though. Just outside looking in.
That works.
Not being a driver. If you're Taylor Gray, you push him all the way out front, right? And now he's a little bit on an island, and then you can make your move.
His best friend will be Jeb Burton, the 27 for Taylor Gray. That's who he's hoping. Exactly as you described it is what he wants to happen. And why I feel like you control your own destiny there is because you can do exactly what you said. You push the 2 out, you create the gap, push them too far, then utilize the cars that are behind you like a Jeb Burton and be able to generate that run to blast past them, hopefully win the race.
The last restart, Connor Zilisch was behind Taylor Gray. He is who got Taylor to the back of Jesse Love. Jesse doesn't know that, though, right? We saw this on TV. I think you're going to see Sheldon Creed, who's one of the best pushers in the series, get on Sam Mayer. I think they'll clear the bottom. I think they're going to stay locked together. They're going to be able to clear the bottom.
Sheldon's going to have to be really unselfisher.
He is.
Because he's going to have to want to push him
until they get to turn 3 on the last line.
You know he wants that win, so bad.
Another thought here. Everybody good on fuel as we go to overtime. I mean, that's something everybody's concerned about.
Do not bring that up right now. Come on.
Hey, Jesse Love thinks about Atlanta last year. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good point.
Well, you see, actually, to your point, Jesse, he's just weaving off the banking. That's just filling that field to the right side.
All right, we're about to find out.
Got word they are talking about a fuel situation in the 2 camp. Jesse Love has led 28 laps today, and he's in charge of the field as we go to overtime.
He got down in front of him. Wow. Barely got down in front of him. That was aggressive. As you know, Sam Mayer didn't check up. He has Creed pushing him. Barely able to get down in front of him right there.
He did not want to let that happen at all.
Yeah, great job. You see Jeb Burton on the outside trying to get locked together with Taylor Gray. At that, they just get pushed away. You see the 54 drive away from the 27.
It's going to be easy for Jesse to control these 2 lanes right now because they don't have much momentum. Ryan Sieg up there 3 wide on Justin Allgaier. That's going to hurt that top lane again to be able to generate any momentum and then allow that bottom lane to really surge here. Sheldon Creed moves to the top behind Taylor Gray.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed, great pusher. You see them wiggling right there. Taylor Gray trying to hang on to it.
Oh, the wreckage crash. And it happened right as Jesse Love was looking at the white flag. The question becomes, did the caution come out before Jesse Love got the white?
And of course,
look at all those cars.
With the flag, it's about pushing the button.
Wow.
We just got word that Jesse Love did get the white. Once the leader takes the white, the next flag ends the race. The caution is displayed with Jesse Love leading.
All right, just get it back.
He is just patiently.
He's saving fuel right now.
Waiting on them to give him the word.
Hell yeah, baby. I think you got it.
Confirmation on the radio. There it is. Jesse Love is going to win the season opener at Daytona. That's win number 10 for Richard Childress Racing in the Xfinity Series at the World Center of Racing.
Well, he did an incredible job on that restart to slide. I mean, that was incredible that he was able to get down in front of Sam Mayer, clear him. Great job.
Oh. I was going to say, you still have to get the checker.
Yeah, they didn't realize that.
They thought it was over.
There it is. The yellow and the checker.
All you guys, hell of a job, boys.
That's such an iconic voice to come on.
Great job.
Second
we
career
got
win.
that wheeling car victory lane, baby! Yeah!
That's awesome. Win Daytona. There's nothing quite like it. It's so big. No matter how you get it done, you can say he had a fast car, but when he got the chance to be up front, he just controlled this thing and took hold of it.
Absolutely he did. And if you look at just RCR racing in general today, the amount of laps both those drivers led the most laps of anybody. Austin Hill at 56, Jesse Love at 30. Ugh. That's not the way you want to walk away from here.
It was a
Ryan
tough
Sieg.
laps.
Good to see all these drivers climbing from their cars.
Sheldon Creed actually had to get off of Taylor Gray right there. Ugh.
So Justin Allgaier tried to get down to the middle. There was a lot of sort of slam drafting, as I like to call it, where you're just taking huge runs and running in the back of the car in front of you, which causes a lot of moving around. And Justin tried to get down into 32 there. If Jordan Anderson was there, I just don't think he knew it. He turns down, it cuts down the racetrack, and then that right rears Josh Williams in front of the field. And Jeb Burton, unfortunately, who had a great run going. Ryan Sieg involved. And obviously all the cars that are now just...
It's very similar to the same thing that happened with Allgaier and Bonsignor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's 2 inches and you think you're clear or you don't know they're there.
And it's going to be tight.
They checked up right there in front of Allgaier, and that's why he went to the bottom. He lost a little bit of his momentum.
And he was maybe an inch clear 100 feet earlier, and then by the time he wanted to make that move, it wasn't there anymore. What do they think talk about you hurting the grass before the Daytona 500.
just
I
thinking
was
that.
very careful about it. I will say. Yes,
I don't
last night.
think Jesse Love cares what they think
Yeah,
about the
it's
grass.
true.
Good for him. Burn it down. Enjoy it. I mean, he got to win at Daytona.
Hey, man, it's awesome.
There's really no feeling like after this burnout, taking your helmet off, getting out, standing on the door, getting on the roof, and looking up at this enormous grandstands, the fans. It's one of the greatest feelings in life.
They're so excited.
Come on out, Roof